Have you listened to Nicki Minaj's album?
Yes.
You want to talk about this?
Let's talk about this, man. Let's
because it's only right. We talked about Cardi's album when it came out.
Absolutely.
It's only right.
Absolutely. So you go first.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure you have a nice, clear, concise breakdown.
Yeah.
Of Cardi's album.
So this is Nicki's album, Queen.
Nicki's album, Nicki's.
Her
Queen.
prior album to this was 4 years ago. I think it was the Pink Print.
4 years is a long time in hip hop.
Yeah, it is a long time. And then between the 4 years, where she kept going in, she kept doing features for other artists, and she kept doing this thing. It's annoying where she would tweet out a line she said back when, or she would tweet some record she's broken back when, and see, I'm still here, and it's all right, we just want to hear the music, but
right.
With all that, I digress, right? I thought this album was way too long. It was 19 songs.
19 songs. Okay.
I can only take Nicki in small doses, but for the sake of this podcast, I listened to the album.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I thought it was too long. I thought it was all over the place.
Okay, so it wasn't cohesive.
It wasn't cohesive at all.
Okay.
And then some of the
Odyssey shaking her head like that. Yeah, that's true. We got the whole family here tonight. Yeah. We all here.
And then it wasn't cohesive, and some of the lines I think she thinks are hard
are not hard.
And it's just and then it makes me question: did I really think she was a good rapper? Because she can rap, right? Mm-hmm. And then when the Barbie Dream drink came out, I initially liked it. I was like, oh, cool. But I totally forgot she did that already. I totally forgot Lil' Kim did that already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of, oh, that's whack.
Yeah.
And so, and then everything she's been doing after the album just turns me off from her too.
Okay. Let me know when it's my turn.
Yeah, got it.
It's my turn?
Yeah, got it.
All right. First of all, I want to say this. I tell everybody out there that all I do is judge the music. I don't get into your behaviors.
Oh, okay, I did all of that.
I never do that.
I did.
Because it can taint your ability to just process the music.
Okay.
The music from an artist is that's all they have. A lot of these artists are crazy. A lot of these artists live out on the edge. A lot of these artists are on drugs. A lot of these artists, when they try to exist in the earthly realm of things, it's twisted for them. Okay. So their music is their way of their outlet of expressing who they are. So for me, I always just listen to the music. Now, I want to state some things clearly. She is clearly a better MC than Cardi B, okay? She proved that time and time again. You know what I'm saying? Her lyrics are polished. She writes them on her own, as she clearly went to Flex and said, chime in at any time.
I think she does.
And her music is also more polished. Now, that doesn't mean it's better. I want to be clear with that. See, Nicki became such an iconic figure for rap because there was nobody to challenge her. But instead of people trying to mimic her, what Cardi did was she became the anti-Nicki. Okay. Let's be clear with that. See, once you come here, the universe is back. Mm-hmm. So you leave a whole void on the other side of somebody who can be real. Somebody who can not be as polished. Right. Somebody whose English ain't as, you know what I'm saying, sharp. Somebody whose hair might be a little fucked up. Somebody who's not afraid to say I came from the pissy beginnings. You know, and that's what Cardi is. So when you get so made up and polished as Nicki is, mm-hmm. Nicki's trying hard, you know what I mean, to replicate Beyonce. She's trying to replicate what's the white chick who, not Madonna, the new one, who's trying to be Madonna.
Ariana Grande?
No. Say it. No, come on. The white girl who's crazy. She do the Super Bowls. She
Lady
Gaga. So she's trying to create a persona for herself that sits above all of that. And because there was no competition, she had a great time to build a foundation for herself. And then Cardi B came out and just was the polar opposite to a certain degree. A stripper.
But this goes back to the conversation I have with you all the time about rappers and their egos and the way we as listeners consume their music after a
Absolutely.
while.
And then we get fed up with you giving us your ass to kiss.
That's exactly what
and
happened.
being all Barbie, all
queen. You on the throne. You looking down on everybody.
Absolutely.
And Cardi's from the Bronx. She's a regular around the way chick. She's chill. She talks like around the way chick.
And now we appreciate that because we want something authentic.
Now, that's so. With that being said, if Cardi gets like that,
then it's a wrap.
People gonna get tired of her too.
Then it's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
so let me get down to the music now.
Ahead.
I liked the first song.
Ganja Burns.
Ganja Burns. I didn't like the Barbie Dreams. To me, it didn't have any energy to it. It was like, you can't mess with this. Let's get this hot beat that everybody know Biggie used. Let me take all of these rappers out here and try to add shock value. So I didn't feel it.
It could have been. Well, that should have just been a freestyle.
Right.
A freestyle for the rollout.
Right. That should have been a freestyle. That shouldn't have been something placed in number 3,
Yeah.
a strategic spot.
Yeah.
You know, number 3 and 4, those are strategic spots.
That's when you hit your stride.
That's when you hit your stride, because you're always doing intro song.
Right.
They're trying to set us up what this is going to be about. You come with something else that segues into that joint that we go, oh, here we go. And now this album is popping. So that was a corny attempt to me, right?
Yeah.
Now, there were a few other songs that I felt that she displayed lyricism on.
Yeah.
Not that much. And she has to please her pop crowd. She's not hip hop no more. She's hip pop, right? P-O-P, right? And along with that, there is, an obligation, in my humble opinion. I'm too loud?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. There's an obligation, in my humble opinion, of, the audiences that you have to feed, and you have to, and hers is more of a pop audience, so some of her tracks became out to be pop. But when I listened to the album in its totality, it wasn't a bad album, but it was not a classic album. I want to be clear with that.
Oh, far from it.
Far from classic, and as long as she made us wait, and by pushing the album back,
2 months.
I think she felt the pressure, and now she may be on her way out.
See, this is the thing. This is what I've been seeing online, right? A lot of people are going, you can't compare her and Cardi because they're in 2 different lanes, right? These are lanes that people are just creating in their mind, right?
These are fabricated lanes.
Yeah, they're just saying Nicki's established, Cardi's just being here. So I think that's a lame excuse to not give you a true opinion on the album, me personally, right? When people are saying that. Because I feel like there are 2 women rappers who put out albums within months of each other. We're gonna compare.
Yeah. That's just a natural thing. Now, I also spoke about with Remy Ma also being in the equation. Remy Ma took a different approach. She went straight at the throne.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where Cardi B was saying there's a big void left here of regular common people who Nicki has left behind, because now she's ascending up into the pop realm of things and left all of this open ground. And in this open ground, Cardi B was birthed. And she took full advantage. Now, Cardi B's next album for us would be telling.
Right.
Anybody can do it once. Can you do it again? Now, in that sense, you got to give
Nicki,
you got to give Nicki her credit.
Definitely.
She has struck, and she has struck again.
Definitely.
I just don't think this album was the one that would, if she had shaved 3 or 4 songs off.
I don't get these long
and
albums.
The song with Foxy Brown was terrible.
Terrible, Kenny.
That was terrible, Kenny.
Terrible, Kenny.
You shouldn't even did that song, Kenny. That was terrible.
Terrible.
That was really bad. It sounded like Foxy was in some bullshit studio in Brooklyn and just spit some lyrics, and it just came out really, really bad.
The song with Wayne, Rich Sex, trash.
The song with Wayne,
trash.
Rich Sex, but I thought, it was choppy. I thought she had an album done, and then she got a little nervous and decided to throw a couple of joints in there that she thought would lift the album to another stratosphere, and it didn't work. And you're seeing it in her behavior. Now I will discuss her behavior.
Okay.
After listening to the music and trying to find out where she's going. She's fighting for her position, and she figures that she is the queen, that nobody has dethroned her. But a lot of times you can dethrone yourself.
That's what's happening.
And when you dethrone yourself,
That's
and
what's
you
happening.
call
She's
yourself,
breaking like every law in the 48 laws of power, like every single one.
law she's breaking.
She's talking too much.
Yes, and so
She's
now
she's not royal in her fashion. She's just breaking all the laws.
and as a result, you saw what happened today. The actual queen went out. I'm not suggesting that she will physically die, but her spirit, her soul, her fire, her spark could also take a plunge as a result of this. So
not queen behavior, B.
not queen behavior.
At all.
Absolutely.
And yo, you crazy, right? So when her and her ex Safari were going at it online, right?
Yeah.
He said, "Yo, you stabbed me. I almost died,
Yes.
and I had to lie and say I tried to commit suicide so they wouldn't arrest you." Nobody's talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So nobody's bringing her up as an abuser of domestic violence, right? So, but
And
again,
you know what's crazy? Meek, he kind of alluded to that too.
that she was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
why is she not canceled? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is nobody online? That's why.
It's a double standard, but we
why.
are the last ones who should be talking about
This is-
double standard
this is
as
true.
men.
This is
so
true.
I can't
You're right.
really
You're right.
go there.
My fault.
You know, even as her as a writer, we don't even give her credit as a writer because we don't think women can write. No disrespect. I know Cy Rock will. Let me tell you something. Cy Rock will body you. Now Ruby Selah will body you. Star will body you.
Rhapsody.
Ty Phoenix will body you.
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody will. So these sisters, and that's just a few of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I know off the fact that gets their pen game is
Yeah.
crazy. So whoever's coming up with that myth, but I understand if you come in with an iconic right-hand man like Biggie or Jay-Z, it's to be expected that they're gonna coach you along and make sure your bars are up to standard and maybe even create ideas for you. Because this is a real story, and wifey was in the car with me when we pulled up to Chris Lighty one day. He was getting his car service. Now I went to high school with Chris Lighty, and he knew my pen game was crazy. And I was like, yo, well, what's good? He said, well, I ain't nothing really popping right now, Doc, but if you want to write for Foxy, you let me know. You know what I'm saying? I chose not to because it would have forced me to write those kind of nasty bars that I really didn't want to portray our females in. But I could have also been a ghost for Foxy through Chris Lighty, who was my dude. You know what I mean? So R.I.P. to Chris. And wifey will tell you, she was in the car with me. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show you, that, those opportunities do present themselves, and there are plenty of ghostwriters.
So before we get off this topic, what was your expectations for the album?
I had no expectations except that I thought iron sharpens iron.
Okay.
So I listened to the Cardi B album, and it was just dope in its authenticity.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't fabricated. It wasn't made up. It was just, this is a sister from the BX who was, putting her life on Front Street. And that's what hip hop used to be about. Hip hop wasn't all of this made up. Your ass is made up. Your titties are made up. Your eyebrows are made up.
Cheeks
your
are made
cheeks
up,
are made up. And yet you going in on homies
For his
hairline. You know what I mean?
I thought that was so funny.
So this is, you starting to believe that shit. You know what I mean? Like your shit is real.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because if dudes started showing up with fake ass muscles and shit in the club, I'm sitting there with a 6-pack and shit, nice dope haircut. You see my bulge hanging down my leg and shit. And then we get home and I take my chest off and shit and pull out a fucking cucumber and shit and throw that shit to the side and pull my hair back, and I got a big ass fucking George Jefferson bald spot in the middle and pull my fucking teeth out and shit and be like, hey girl, let's get it. Then you be like, God damn. So that's what we deal with. And y'all gotta, listen, y'all gotta take all of this into consideration. So that goes back to a different double standard that we deal with. So I thought iron sharpens iron, and I felt she would be like, okay, you push me in the corner, let me, give it up to y'all.
Because there's a such thing as, like, just letting the music speak for itself, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When Jay-Z and them, when they come out with albums, they never do like anymore. They never do interviews.
They don't have to.
They don't have to because they just kind of like, yo,
Here it is.
Here is it. Like
Here
here it is. She's going to every interview. She's tweeting lyrics from the album that were trash.
And that's showing.
And then she's going, y'all didn't get that? No, we
showing,
got it.
Yeah, it was trash.
It was just whack.
That's showing insecurity.
Yes.
That's showing that now,
Yes.
What's insecure about you, that, your throne is not as solid as you would think it was. And you know what I mean? But listen, I'm all for the music speaking for itself. I didn't think it was a bad album, so I'm not going to sit here and trash her. Don't come at me like that. But I expected more.
That's what it was. I expected more.
I expected
more.
You know what I mean? And I didn't get it. And now you're trying to clean it up and do all of these other things. And once the streets get tired of you, you can't get them back.
Especially
in
hip hop.
Especially in hip hop.
Hip hop fans are like the worst.
You gotta stay. You gotta keep your foot on people's neck. Unless you somebody on such an iconic level like Jay-Z or somebody, and where you can come out of she's going, no, not Jay-Z. Yes, Jay-Z or Drake. Oh boy.
Also, I feel like who else was going at the throne possibly is Tiana Taylor as a dark horse.
Who?
Tiana Taylor.
Oh, Tiana Taylor, but she's more of an R&B kind of mix, and so it's not really hip hop. Nicki is standing on the fact that I write my own bars. I can come at a few of these dudes. But you know something? The people who are dancing on the floor, they don't care who wrote it. Those are hip-hop purists who care about that. If it's hot, it's hot. I don't go, yo, wonder who wrote that. I go, yo.
Same.
Kiki, do you love me when you lie?
No, except, I don't think about that when it's
Do the Kumo D on y'all niggas.
I don't think about that when it's
wow,
women rappers. If the rapper is a woman, I don't really think about it. I don't care who writes it.
Right, long as even if it's listen, hip hop and hip hop are two different things.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. When I found out Drake wasn't writing, it kind of threw me.
Drake does write.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just saying he has to write something.
Sometimes, yeah. No, but
listen, Drake is the culmination of hip hop. All right, he's the culmination. He's a Jew boy, right? Jews run the industry. He coming from the Draco star system. Now I'm getting all metaphysical on y'all and shit, right? And the North, right? The North Gate, which is Canada, right? So now we're dealing with that particular chakra. And he has sat around. He's an actor, right?
A great actor.
And rappers are what? Actors, for the most part. Most of y'all ain't really do all that shit y'all talking about. He figured out, give me a team of people to help me manufacture what will be the best me. Right? And he has mastered it. 50 billion streams. You can say what you want to say. He in a G5 or G6. Are they up to the G6s now?
I don't know.
Whatever jets they is flying around. And listen, Pusha T gave him the business. Ain't nobody talking about Pusha T right now.
His album is still the best.
They're talking Kiki. You love me.
If you know, you know.
Wow. Yes.
If you know, you know.
Downtown.
Shoot.
149th Street, Convent. Okay. I used to do the WAP. I used to do all that shit. Just be in the club like
Nobody
this.
can see you.
Whopping.
They can see you, but nobody else can see you.
Whopping.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
I'll do the WAP today at my
Peace. This is the Black Dot, author of the underground classic Hip Hop Decoded and Urban Culture Decoded. For 15 years, I've been decoding hip hop, breaking it down, giving you it piece by piece, the DNA of hip hop, all of its multifaceted components. For the next 15 years, I want you to join me as I give you hip hop recoded and we put it back together, giving you its RNA so that we don't leave the next generation lost. But I have to give you a disclaimer. I am not a hip hop guru. This is not hip hop law. This is for pure entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor. So before you take the red pill and go with us into the matrix of hip hop, consult your doctor to see if hip hop recoded is for you. With that being said, we thank you for your patronage and we see you on the other side. Peace.